$293, rear kitchen, one slide, couples camping, potentially half-ton towable travel trailer. Back here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We sold this new to its one and only original owners, and they had it all set up at a permanent site. And you're going to find a whole bunch of accessories and everything included with this. And it's just kind of the craziest thing. Rarely does this happen. And you can see, I mean, the folks got slide seal stuff. They had the tire covers. They went super preventative. They got all the accessories. They got everything. They set themselves up right. They slept in it 3 times, and they went, this is not for us. That's the only reason it's here. It wasn't because of problems. It wasn't because of anything. They just didn't turn out to be camping people, unfortunately. It happens. Not often, but it happens. So what this means, guys, you got a basically new camper here. They literally never used any of the, they never used the shower. They never used the toilet. They used the kitchen sink a couple times, and they slept on the bed 3 times. The rocking chairs in the living room are still strapped to the floor exactly where we left them when they took this home from Haylett RV the first time. It's crazy. Rear kitchens with the slide outs closed, they're a little trickier to get to because you block off the refrigerator, and that countertop and table, they come pretty close to each other. Now in transit, the table was down in transit. I set it up for quick display purposes here, but with the table down in transit, you can basically bury your knee on that and step around to get to the cabinetry. But to get to the fridge, you'll need to open her up. Rear kitchens tend to be awesome destination use campers, kind of like these folks had at a seasonal. If you're just going to have it parked somewhere and opened up, I think they're so much better than a rear living room. So let's get it opened up and see what I mean. Now, I seriously contemplated just using the original photos and video tour I had of this RV when it was brand new, because there is nothing you can see, and there's nothing hidden, that is any different from when it was brand new. Like I said, somebody laid on the mattress 3 times. They used the sink in the kitchen a couple times. That's it. Look at the chairs. The original tags from Keystone are still on the chairs. They're still strapped down on the original little shipping carpet squares from when this thing came in. This thing has just not been used to any discernible degree, ladies and gentlemen. The floor shines, the counter shines. It was kept clean. There's not like a pile of ladybugs in the corner I'm not telling you about. It is just as close to brand new as something can get. So let's start up top. This has an exclusive feature in the world of wood skeleton trailers with its vaulted ceiling. You see that all the time in laminated trailers, and Keystone actually came up with that first, and they're the only ones in a wood skeleton trailer to offer that. Gives it a nicer, bigger open feel. Now we got all LED lights doing a good job in here. We got our central air conditioner up top, central heating in the floor, because, you know, cold air falls, so it makes sense to start up top, and hot air rises, makes sense to start at the bottom. And as the case with any rear kitchen, we've got some pretty fantastic storage capacity here. Starting up top, you see those overhead cabinets there. Those also have little Teflon bumpers basically in the cabinet doors to keep them from suffering from heat expansion and contraction. And then you can see there's full storage below the sink, and this entire peninsula here has various big drawers and things to be able to get to it. Now, that refrigerator is an interesting size 7 cubic foot fridge freezer, and it is gas and electric. It looks kind of like a lot of electric only fridges, but it is gas and electric. And we've got just a football field's worth of prep space here. Got that high-rise sink with the sprayer head and the sink cover. Again, everything in here is basically factory fresh, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I like rear kitchens more than rear livings for destination use, because you get the same big window overlooking, except in a rear kitchen, this window is looking straight out under your awning, looking at your picnic table at your campsite. It's not looking back at the neighbors. And you get the same 2 rocking chairs here as you would with a rear living room, but you're gaining more kitchen and storage space than any rear living room could ever dream of offer you. That's what's great about these guys. Now, one thing we can take a look at here is, okay, so it's a couples coach, but what if we're going to have guests? Well, let's start with that sofa. That folds out into a big trifold hide-a-bed sofa. And then we also have the dinette with that easy, what's called Dumore Dinette that Keystone originally brought to the market that so many other brands use now. This free floating elliptical base table allows that table to really kind of move and do anything. You can leave it folded down. You can use it like a coffee table. You could use it like a coffee table. You could take it outside like a picnic table. And of course, you could sit down and have a sandwich at it. All the original electronics and everything are still present and accounted for. I mean, they even had the TV strapped down in transit. I didn't want to unbuckle anything. I wanted you folks to see the kind of care and attention to detail these folks had, even though they were done camping. Highest caliber type people. They were just super good quality people. Now back here, one thing I do want to point out, the TV is on a swing arm, so you can make it face anywhere you want. You can make it more directly face the recliners or the sofa here. So it's not a neck wrecker. You don't have to do that 90-degree neck crank. But this TV mount right here actually dismounts. You can literally take the TV and swing arm outside, and it mounts in the back of the camper on the camp side for like game day or something like that. So if you do want to do a little outdoor tailgate sort of entertainment, you got it. Bluetooth, DVD, stereo, and that is app enabled. You can get a free app on the App Store to run that thing right from your phone. I've always liked the nice little touch, like a place to hang the coats right when you walk in the door. And this little corner over here, although not an obvious shoe garage, the shoes are out of the way. It's not a direct traffic zone. Taking a peek here, let me close the bedroom door just a second. Although you're going to see one right here because this is a dual bed entry or dual bath entry, technically both bed and bath entry. The bathroom is a little more simple. Most of the investment of this product is most certainly in the exterior and in the living area, but you do have that that bigger toilet and the big corner shower. And now the skylight plus the vaulted ceiling makes this very tall person friendly, which is something I appreciate. Then obviously at night, you know, you can get to the bedroom or the bathroom from two different ways. So we do have TV hookups here on the ceiling, and this wall right here, there is like a little plate, basically, or extra wood paneling in the back of that to be able to mount like probably a little 19-incher. You don't need anything massive in here, but the bedroom is simple. You're buying this one for a nice big living space to use at a destination. You're not looking for this to be a 40-foot or anything like that. Although in terms of like construction and strength, there are very few brands, if any. Well, I don't know that there's anything else in this category that I would say is built better than a Springdale. Their service records are the literal best in a wood skeleton trailer, period, across the nation, statistically. Just like the interior, the exterior here is basically flawless. As I mentioned earlier, the folks, they went all in. They committed to this. They bought a bunch of accessories, tire covers, all kinds of stuff, slide out, rubber seal lube, all kinds of things. Sadly, they just didn't get to enjoy the benefit of most of those. The good news is, you will. This is a very nicely equipped trailer, more so than at a glance. Like we've got, you can see it's got a power awning, it's got a power tongue jack, that's neat. It does have an anti-slam entry door that, you know, won't bang against the side of the trailer in the breeze or if a guest flips it open. It does have 4-corner power stabilizer jacks, so everything on this is push button easy. You'll also see a sticker by the door that says Arctic package. Well, what does that mean? It means this has an enclosed underbelly with a class-leading 30,000 BTU furnace. So they put a really big furnace on these. Same size furnace as most of like Cougars, which is another big Keystone product. Black tank flush, outside utility shower for cleanup purposes. The tires look good. You can see all the windows are tinted here, you know, to help keep the solar radiation down. Overall, other than maybe just need a little bathroom, like where a couple little rain droplets maybe caught some dust, you know, that's the pickiest thing I can say about this, basically, right here. Walk all over the roof, that is absolutely not a question. As I mentioned inside, Springdale's have the single best service records of anything in a wood skeleton travel trailer. And we carry different brands here at Haylett RV, and our stats reflect that as well. But the way that I back that up is the last 4 years, these guys have been the only stick-built trailer brand to win DSI Quality Awards. And they've done it the last 2 years as the only, well, I'm sorry, they've won that award 4 years in a row. In the last 2 years, they were the only stick-built trailer to win that accolade. I think that, well, earn, not win, earn. So one thing I want to point out here, if we take a quick look and open up that awning, you can see it is pretty dang big. It starts all the way back here, so I mean, you got all sorts of room for picnic table-y stuff and whatnot. It is easy tilt. There's LED lighting under that. Remember how I mentioned it has an inside-outside TV? That would actually hook up out here, so you can have the TV pivoted anywhere you want. And I like this little homegrown solution. They came up with their own little mud dauber screens. Maybe not fancy, guys, really effective and frankly pretty darn smart. Now here's another thing that's very interesting. Very, again, like a laminated trailer, but on a stick-built trailer, and that is a wide stance stability axle system, so that this thing, it wants to wiggle less and bounce less when going down the road, so that we have a nice, easy, comfortable towing experience with this Springdale. She's sharp. And guys, she's basically brand new. Somebody laid on the bed 3 times, they washed their hands in the sink twice. You are going to save so much money compared to a new camper. It's just not even funny. So, this is one of those, you know, once a season kind of things that rolls through here. Give us a call, 800-256-5196. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.